this is John from Heroes and Legends, and I have another comic book haul for you today. I went to a larger show, not a huge show, I mean not like MegaCon or New York or San Diego or anything, but a larger one. But what I found is sometimes at larger shows, you don't necessarily see a lot more vendors. I did see some different vendors, but there were a lot of like celebrities and games and food trucks and that type of stuff, and not all that many vendors compared to the size of the show, I guess. But I actually was able to find a lot of the pre-Unity Valiant books I was looking for. So if you're a fan of pre-Unity Valiant, this is going to be the haul for you. We're going to be looking at a lot of it. So let me tell you a little bit about this whole journey. So I go to this event, I go inside, they had a big convention hall with all the vendors, but it spilled out to the outside of the hall too, like in the hallway and lobby and stuff. So when I first walk in, I see a guy sitting out there with some boxes, some like short and long boxes. Looked like it was his personal collection, like from the 90s. And he was out there saying, ignore any prices on anything. I'm just trying to get rid of it. I thought it was kind of weird that he was at such a big show because it had to cost money to sell there, right? So I start going through his stuff. I mean, it's all like 90s stuff that you don't need or want. But I did stumble across a couple of pre-Unity Valiant books. The first one was Shadow Man #3. I don't own this one. I wanted to get a copy. It was in nice shape. And I asked him how much. And he's like, well, maybe $2 a book for these books. So I was like, okay, $2, I'll buy it. And I also found in that same box one other pre-Unity Valiant book, and it was Solar, Man of the Atom #11. So another one I needed and didn't have, and it was in good shape. White cover and everything looked good. I mean, these were all bagged and boarded. The bags and boards had seen better days. I mean, the bags look like they've been who knows where for the last couple decades, but the books stayed okay. So there you go. So I walk in, and I start walking around, and I find a place that feels like a comic book store type place. Very expensive prices, like way overpriced. So walk on to the next table. I find a guy, an older guy with his wife, and it looks like maybe this was a personal collection. A lot of real big keys, like nice books. And I thought, well, maybe he's here to move some stuff. So I go up to him, and I notice he's got Dark Knight Returns. I'm looking for first prints of #1 and 2. I've been looking for a long time. I don't want to pay too much for them. You know, they're out there. They're hard to find sometimes in good shape. These were in pretty good shape. So I was asking what he wanted to do for those. And he said, well, I'm trying to sell them as a set. He had 3 and 4. He had a couple, actually 2 copies of 3, 2 copies of 4. One of each of those were kind of beat up. And I didn't need those. I have those. But I told him, I said, I don't need 3 or 4. But if it's a good deal as a package, I might take them off your hands if you're just trying to move them. Or else I'd be interested in 1 and 2. So he's like, well, hang on, let me look. So he pulls out his iPad. I didn't see that one coming. He goes to mycomicshop.com, which has some pretty high prices to begin with. He pulls up the books that are slabbed, CGC like 9.6, 9.8, and determines the price off of that. So he comes back and says, well, Dark Knight 1's like $800, and like Dark Knight 2 is like $300 or something. And I was like, well, thanks for checking. I was out of there, right? I don't even have time to explain what is all wrong with that. So then he's like, well, I can give you the second one for like $150 and the third one for like $300. Oh, nah, okay, I'll see you. Have a good show, you know? So I'm starting to think at this point, like, wow, this might be all that I found. I look around. There's a lot of vendors, but they're not all selling comics. They're selling a bunch of other stuff. So I come across this one vendor in the back corner, really the last place I was checking before I was like out the door, basically. And he had some stuff. So I start digging through his stuff, and reasonable prices. I liked what I saw. So I did find a couple books right off the bat. The first one, I got this Tales of the Teen Titans, #43, which is the issue before the first Nightwing, which I showed in a couple hauls ago, a few weeks back. So this is the issue kind of leading up to it. Kind of teases a little bit, selling that for $1. So I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll pick that up. I don't have it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, #8, first printing. This is guest starring Cerebus. I don't have this one, and I like a lot of the old Turtle stuff. It can get expensive if you try to collect that stuff, of course, especially the first few issues. But this one's not super expensive. I paid $12 for this, probably about what it's worth. It's in a nice shape. It's probably like a $15 book, maybe $20 on a good day. But what's cool about this is because it has Cerebus in it, it never gets reprinted. So when they do like those color reprintings or they do like trades or whatever, they don't ever include #8. They have to skip this one. So I thought that's kind of cool. Like, it's a hard to find story. If I ever want to read it, there it is, and, yeah, Cerebus is a pretty cool character too on the front there with the turtles. I just think it looks cool. The Eastman and Laird, like, art and everything, I just think is really awesome. So I picked that up. I found a couple Dark Horse Presents as well. So this person had a lot of indie stuff, and I like the indie stuff from like the 80s and 90s. So this is right up my alley. This is issue 34. It's got an alien story in it. This isn't First Aliens or anything like that, but it has some ticks. Most of them would press out. There's a couple color breaking ones, but it was only $1. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't have it. This is right, like I said, right up my alley. Love the indie stuff from this time period. And I also got number 35, which has a Predator story in it. I think this maybe was leading up to Aliens vs. Predator, perhaps. So, yeah, there you go. $1 for that one, too. Pretty good. So, I'm moving down. I picked up those 3 books from him, and so I'm kind of moving towards the end of his table, thinking, well, this is probably about it. And I noticed he had a big Valiant section. And if you've been watching my videos, I've been trying to collect all the pre-Unity Valiant, trying to get a full collection of that. So I have a lot of filler issues, especially I'm missing. So I'm going through. A lot of his stuff's priced at $1. He had some for like $2, $3, but most of it was $1. So I start off with Shadow Man. I saw Shadow Man number 2 for $1, and I just spent $2 on it. So, or number 3 for $1. Did I say, yeah, number 3 I just bought for $2. He had it for $1, but he had number 2, which I didn't have. I already had number 1, so I didn't need that one. So that kind of filled out my pre-Unity Shadow Man. But funny enough, I bought this one. It was marked at $1. There was actually a second copy in the bag. He noticed it when I brought it up. I didn't see it, and he asked if I really wanted 2 copies. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll take it. You don't have to pull it out. I'll take it for $1, right? So, but he ended up only charging me 50 cents a copy. He just charged me $1 for both. So that was real nice. And there you go. 2 really nice copies of that book. And he had Rye number 5. I think I have Rye number 5, but I wasn't 100% sure, and it was $1. So I was like, well, if he's going to charge $1 for this, then I'm going to buy it. Just in case, because I hate to come back and say, and realize I didn't have it. So I was like, I'll just buy it. So there you go. Now, I go over to his Harbinger section, and that one was a little higher priced. And I was kind of like, okay, well, I don't know if I want to spend maybe on some of the other books he has. He had Harbingers with coupons. He didn't have number 1 or 3. 3 was what I was looking for. I have 1, 2, and then I have all the other ones pre-Unity. So I didn't really need those. I did pick up Harbinger number 0. This is not the mail away one. This is kind of like they don't really call it second printing, but it's kind of like the easier one to get. It's not very expensive. Although it's been going up recently. I mean, I got this for $1, and I have been seeing these go for $8, $12 now, which is kind of crazy. But I just kind of bought it as a reader copy because I want to read Harbinger 0. I never got a chance to. So yeah, for $1. His other ones, though, he was selling for like $12, and he had the note on that they did have the coupon. So I looked at those, and I was kind of like, well, maybe some of these prices won't be all that great. So I kept moving. I got to Exo Manowar, and more for $1, though. Number 5 for $1. Super sweet. I love that cover. That's Barry Windsor Smith. Yeah, Barry Windsor Smith art. Number 6, another one I didn't have, for $1. Pretty awesome. So I move down a little bit further. I find Magnus Robot Fighter. And the thing with that one was Magnus, he didn't have notated that the coupon or the cards were in there, and they were much cheaper. Again, we're looking at $1, $2, $3 or whatever. So I kind of assumed that he didn't have the coupon in there or the cards in there. So I kind of skipped over those, and I moved on to Solar Man of the Atom. And I picked up issue 4 for this one. He's selling for $3. So this one cost a few dollars, but it's issue 4. Number 5, he was selling for $2. So there you go. Awesome condition too. Like, great condition on these books. He said that he normally doesn't bring his Valiant stuff to these events because he doesn't always sell, but I'm sure he was happy he did with me. Number 8 for $1. Pretty awesome. Keeps going. We get number 9 for $1. So that's what I bought from him initially. And I walked away. I looked at some other tables, didn't find anything. And I started thinking about those Magnuses. And I started thinking, I just wonder if maybe he doesn't know, because it's not coupons. Some people call them coupons. Some people call them trading cards. They're kind of both. I was kind of wondering, I'm like, maybe he just saw they were trading cards and didn't notate anything. So I decided to go back and check. So I went back and I asked him, I said, do you know if the coupons are in these Magnus Robot Fighters? And he's like, oh, I didn't know they had a coupon. I was like, yeah, it's kind of like Harbinger. So he's like, yeah, open it up, check it out. So we opened up a bunch of them. Guess what? They all had the trading cards, all had the coupons, and these things were marked at $1 a piece. So I picked up some. I have number 2. I didn't remember if I had it with the trading card or not, though. So I picked it up. It was $1. I was like, hey, if I don't have it, I'm going to kick myself later, so I'm going to grab it. The next one, number 3, with the coupon, $1. Didn't have this one. Happy to have it, finally. So that was awesome. I have issue 1. He didn't have issue 1, but I had issue 1, of course, with the coupon already. So issue 4, coupon, there. Awesome stuff. And issue 5, he didn't have. I actually think I showed you issue 5 a couple hauls ago. I got it for $1 at a sports card show. So got that one with a coupon. So number 6, though, was there. Number 5 is the first Rye. So that's that's kind of a key. So some of the keys he was missing, but a lot of the other issues, like you see, they're there. Number 7 with the coupon. There it is. Super sweet. Number 8. I have a little story about this one. I have number 8 without a coupon that I got, I think, at a sports card show like a couple years ago or something. I bought a number 8 on eBay with the coupon for $1 a while back. They send it to me. They didn't package it well. And especially with these old Valiant books, their spines are real weak. They easily split. The cover came clear off in the mail. It wasn't even like it was damaged that much. It was just bent like slightly, and it just tore the whole cover off. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I got to find one of these with a coupon. So I had a trashed one with a coupon and a nice one without a coupon. Well, there's number 8 now for $1 with a coupon. So that saga is over. Then there's no coupons, obviously, in these, but number 9 was there as well for $1. Number 10, there for $1. Number 11, also picked that one up for $1. Number 14 was there for $1. I think I showed 13 in my last haul, so I have that one. But so filling in nicely. But that's what I got at the show, and that was it. Great stuff. Awesome that the one person was there. If they weren't, this would have been a huge mess. I would have got 2 books basically. So yeah, awesome that this person was there. Really happy to get these books. A couple of eBay purchases to wrap things up. I'm going to go more pre-Unity Valiant with you. I picked up Solar number 2. Got this for like $8 on eBay. So now I'm paying probably what these things are worth. But I didn't have 2. I have 1. I have 3, which is a big key, of course. But I didn't have this one. So kind of helps fill in everything. This one cost me, I think, about 12 or 14 or something. This is Solar number 7. Has an early Exo Manowar appearance, so kind of an iconic cover too. But yeah, got that one. And I also picked up some Rise. This is all from the same seller, actually. I mentioned the seller in the last video that they have some really high quality Valiant pre-Unity stuff, like real high grade stuff. So I went back and bought more stuff from them. And this is Rye number 2. Got this one for like $8 too. Like, it wasn't super expensive. So sometimes the Rise can run a little bit because they had such a low print run. Rye number 4 also got from them, again, for around $8. And then the last thing I picked up from them was Solar, Man of the Atom, number 60, the last issue. So I went for the other end. Not pre-Unity. The opposite of pre-Unity. Really, really post-Unity. But last issue, thought that was cool. So, and a lot of times these will go for a little bit. Again, about $8 for this, I think it was. So, all right. Gotta show you slab now. Can't wrap up pre-Unity day without a slab. And we're going for Harbinger, number 0, 9.4. This is the actual mail-away one. So these are really sweet. Very rare book to find in good condition because they were, of course, mailed out and everything. And the difference you can see from the other version I showed earlier, this kind of has more of a pinkish cover to it. But this is the money book here. The one with the whitish background is just, like I said, going up a little bit. But Really not what you're looking for. So yeah, this is super sweet. I'm glad to have this. So I just need to get number 3. Now, number 3 is a key because as the first appearance of a character who is going to be the villain in the Bloodshot movie, Axel, I believe his name is. So, I'm going to try to get that sooner than later because I don't want to overpay. So I actually got this for $80. Awesome deal. I was really happy. 9.4, $80, done and done. Like I'm not, I don't need to upgrade that to a 6 or 8. I mean, 9.4, I think is fantastic for this book. Yeah, so that really closes in on my pre-Unity stuff because a lot of the big keys I already had. I've had for a while. So just a lot of the filler issues I was able to get for $1 a piece. That was fantastic. I think I'm missing just a handful of issues. I'm going to try to pick them up as I go, show them to you when I find them, but it's kind of where we're at. So that's the haul. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and have a great day.